Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for watching this. What I have today is the brand new second edition Alice Tarot from Baba Studios. It just came today and I cannot wait to open it and look at it because I'm really interested to see how much of a difference is between this one, the second edition, and the first edition, which I got a few years back. So I'm going to compare the cards. So let's dig in. Yeah. Okay, everything is packed very, very well. No problems there. Oh, and I have the book also. And that is packaged in its own little... Okay, here's my invoice. And, oh, they sent this. It's from the Brigid series, or the Celtic series. I forget what Karen called it. But it's the Brigid card is what it is. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know what they're going to be doing with these, but I can't wait to find out. Ooh, I don't know if you can see the things on her shoulders are like, have gold, like the metallic overlay on them. It's so hard to photograph. Kind of see it there just for a second. This little guy. Of course, is Alex, if anybody doesn't know. I think he's hilarious. So, should we look at the book or the cards first? Be good. This is like opening a birthday card before your present, right? But, I mean, the book's going to be brilliant. I know that. So I think I have the original book as well, which I did not bring over here. Unfortunately. I guess everybody's probably more interested in the cards anyway. Now, let's see. It's got some original Tenniel illustrations. Using or not using reversals. Reading. There's some spreads. The cards in this one are in color. This looks really nice. Oh, this is beautiful. All kinds of little extra information in this one. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know what they've done here. The Queen's Croquet Ground. So it's like the cards are a series of what happens. Very interesting. That'll be fun to read through. So let's take a look at these cards. Oh, goodness. I love that they package them so well, but it does make it challenging to get into. Of course, I don't like to waste people's time with. I'll try to speed this up on the video. Yes, yes, very well packaged. Okay, so very different box. This is the first, and here's the new one. I gotta get the shrink wrap off of this too. Just could not wait till the weekend to do this. There we go. So, you can see the beautiful gold lettering there. And it's all the way around the box. Little bunnies. There's the back. So let's take a look at these cards. It's their usual beautiful hinged box. We got their standard little white book, as always, for those who didn't buy the large book. Ooh, here's the new backs. Let's see, how do we open? Here we go. Plastic everywhere. So we have the title card. Very pretty. Oh, this is wonderful. Look at this. All the beautiful cold foil stamping. Oh, I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not. It's just really, oh, there it's got it a little bit, you can see. It's very subtle. Oh, I didn't put these in order. Nuts. So this is the original backs. But, oh my goodness, why didn't I put these in order? Well, we'll do the best we can. Let's see if I can. Yep. Okay, hang on. I'm going to put these in order and then try this again. Hang on. Okay, we're back. Everything's in order now, I think. So, let's just take a... I'm not going to do this for every single card in the deck because that would just take way too long. But I just want to kind of see, in general, if there are any big changes in the foil stamping or anything. So, this is the new deck. This is the first deck. And I think it's pretty similar. Yeah, I don't really see any great differences with this one. But try to get some of the foil stamping. I think his waistcoat is a little brighter. The foil stamping seems a little different on this one. See if I can get the light to catch it. His little pocket watch is purple. That's, oh, there we go. You can see it pretty well there. And the colors are just a little bit different, I think, on the first one. But other than that, there's not much difference really. I love this card. I've always loved this card. The High Priestess. So here's the new one. Let's see if we can... Yeah, you can see the foil stamping. And this is the original. And oh, there's more foil like down the side on this one, which there was not on the original. See what's... Yeah, you can kind of catch it there a little bit. And on this one, there's none on the side like that. So they've added more foil stamping to that one. And the Empress looks pretty much the same. Actually, there's a little less foiling on there than on this one. It's like a jug that's spilling up there. And this one doesn't really have as much of the foil on it. God, it's so hard to photograph. Let's see. This is a really interesting one. The way the foil is done, because unless you catch the light just right, you don't see it at all. But so that's the original. me see. Oh, it's a little more subtle on the new one. It's not quite as solid. So that's probably just that. The cards look pretty much the same. There's no big changes. Not yet, anyway. Come on. I like to show off the cold foil stamping if I can get it. So it's so pretty. And it's so unusual. I mean, you just don't see it. See, here's one lover's card. Oh, okay, so they added foil to the walrus's coat. And the waistcoat of the carpenter here, which did not have any in the original. So that's new. Where'd the other lover's card go? Probably at the back. Oh, there we are. Let's see. Yeah, if anything, they've decreased the foiling. There's not as much in the new one. There was a fair amount of it on this one. And it's a lot lighter on this. There's just not as much. It's more like sprinkled on. Okay, so they've added to her jacket on this, which did not have it in the first edition. It's just going to be little things like that throughout. No big changes to the actual cards. These two are very much the same. Let's see. If you notice, neither of these decks have numbers, so you can put Strength or Justice wherever you want. And the Hermit. Oh, they took off all the foil off the rocks. See, on this, in the first edition, it had foiling, some of the cold stamping on the rocks, and this one does not. This looks essentially the same. Oh, they added some up here. We can get that. Yeah, up in these little medallions in the wallpaper or something. This is such a gorgeous card. This looks untouched, so we won't worry about that one. You can see the whole thing is like the gold stamping in the background there. It's Justice. And our Hanged Man. Oh yeah, they added... Oh, they put it in his eyes this time too, which is crazy. It makes him look really weird. I like that. That's good. And Death looks very much the same. Temperance. Yeah. It looks like it's done a little bit differently this time. I think it's a slightly darker red, but you know, nothing major. Oh, come on. All right, whatever. Moving on. The Devil looks just the same. Again, the whole back of it has got the cold foil stamping. Just amazing. Okay, they moved the foil stamping from over here to this side of the card on the tower. Oh, where is it? There we go, you can kind of see it. First edition they had on this side, on the rock, but not over here. There's a little bit less on her hat, I think. They changed it from the pages of the book to the top. You can kind of see. Come on. Yeah, see, there's not quite as much on her hat. It's a little more delicate there, but the book top gets it. And the moon looks, yeah, there's a little bit less of the stamping. See, this is fairly solid with the, and the new one is more like I said, it's just like it's kind of sprinkled on rather than the whole thing. Oh, and they took it off the little bridge, but they added it to the trees in this one. So, and the sun card. You can catch it on the trees a little bit there, but this one had it down on the bridge, in the first edition. So it's just little stuff like that all through. Yeah, there's no, major changes to the cards themselves, at least not yet. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's just the whole, they've kind of lightened it. Oh, they added some in the bushes, which did not have it in the first edition. Come on. Oh, trying to catch there just a little bit, but yeah, you can see on the, these look like lavender and the rock she's standing on. So these are about the same. Oh, goodness. Oh, so there's much less on the Two of Wands. It was pretty much coated in the first one. And this one, it's just the very light, like outlining or sprinkling on. So not so much. And this they added to the grass, but lightened it up on the wall. You can see it was pretty thick there. But then this one's got in the grass. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit lighter overall again. I took some of it out, so this is the first edition. Oh goodness, there we go. And this is the new one, much less of it. This looks like it's almost a slightly different color. This is more of a bronzy tone, and this is, I don't know, more of a light gold, maybe? This is kind of, that's going to be impossible to see on the camera, but come on, there we go. This is such a great card. Yeah, they just basically lightened up a lot of the foil stamping. It's not quite so solid. Well, this changed very much. See, this was all, had a lot of the foil stamping. And this is much lighter. Not quite so much of it. So, yeah, that's the major change so far, is just the change in the foil stamping is a lot lighter, a lot more delicate in the new version. And the cards essentially are unchanged that I can see. I haven't run across anything yet that looks very different. Yeah, it's just lighting up. This is nicely done. The rocking horse fly. It's got in the flowers where it didn't have before. Yeah, this is like very heavy foil stamping. And the new one is much lighter. Not so much. It's more like accent. This is pretty much the same. Yeah, it's almost more like a sparkly effect in the new cards rather than the heavy solid thing. That's the first one. And the new one. So, yeah. I've still got about half the deck to go through, but I think that's pretty good. I'll just, if anybody hasn't seen these cards yet, come on, focus. Hello. Okay. Try to go a little faster here. Just give you a quick look. I don't think there's really any changes. No. Essentially the same. And poor little dormouse. All the same. It would be nice to have them both now. Whenever I have only one of something like this, I'm always afraid to use it or take it anywhere for fear it's going to get damaged or lost or something. So now I can feel free to use this a lot more. It's like I have 2 copies of the second edition of the Bohemian Gothic, just in case. I'm just flipping the other deck, the first edition, just as I go through, just in case there are any big changes in the cards, but so far there's nothing really, except for the differences in the cold stamping. Yeah, they took it off the ceiling and added some to her dress in this one. This is such a great card. I love this. Oh, that's pretty. See how they did it in the other one. It was pretty much the same. Oops. This one's got little bits, but it's like the little flower she's holding in her hand is foiled. Or sweet treat or whatever she's got there, little cakes. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see it sort of. White queen. And the king. There we go. So yeah, no major changes to the cards except for moving some of the foil stamping around and lightening it up in places. But yeah, it's essentially the same except for this gorgeous new box, and the backs of course are very different, which is always nice, so we can tell them apart which one's which. Got a little bit of a bow to it there. That's all right. I'm sure it'll flatten out a little bit with time. So yeah, if you get a chance to get this, I know this is a really pricey one, but if it's within your range, I would, and this kind of thing appeals to you, their kind of quirky sense of humor. Yeah, it's a beautiful deck, absolutely gorgeous. I've never regretted for a minute buying one of their decks. So anyway, there we go. And thanks for watching, and should see you again soon. I've got some more decks coming in that I'm sure I'll want to share with you. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.